Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Ako po si Chico. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Sa lahat po ng mga OFWs at mga non-OFWs na nanonood sa video na to, sana po ay nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Okay, meron po tayong bagong update tungkol dito sa pangalawang swab test. Dahil napag-usapan na nga natin ito doon sa last two videos natin tungkol dito sa pangalawang swab test after ng ikalimang araw ninyo ng quarantine. At yun ngang sinasabi ng Philippine National Red Cross na pagbabayarin nila yung mga Pilipino na magte-take noong second swab test. Okay, ang information po na ito ay manggagaling sa Philippine Airlines sa kanilang Facebook page. Babasahin po natin, mga kaibigan, para wala po tayong makalimutan mga information, okay? Ito po ay nasa English, tapos titingnan natin kung mai-interpret natin ito into Tagalog para maintindihan po nating lahat. So, umpisa na po nating basahin ito. January 23, 2021, PH government issues new rules on testing and quarantine for passengers from countries with UK variant. So, meaning yung mga 35 bansang merong travel restrictions. Okay? The Philippine government's Interagency Task Force on the Management of Emerging and Infectious Diseases, or IATF, has revised the testing and quarantine protocols for passengers, Filipino citizens, and eligible non-Filipinos arriving in the Philippines from countries where travel restrictions are in place due to new COVID-19 variants. Effective January 23, 2021, passengers arriving in the Philippines from countries covered by travel restrictions shall be given RT-PCR testing upon arrival and shall be given the option to avail of a second swab test on their 5th day of quarantine. Okay. Now, it is an option. Okay, hindi na po ito mandatory. So, option po yon, yung pangalawang swab test. Okay, tuloy-tuloy po tayo. Procedures. Number 1, passengers arriving in the Philippines are required to register on case investigation forms depending on their traveler type and port of entry. So napag-usapan na po natin yung E-CIF. So hindi na po natin i-elaborate ito dahil meron na po tayong discussion regarding this. Kung hindi pa po ninyo ito naiintindihan, ilalagay po natin yung link ng video natin kung paano mag-register dito para po ma-refresh ang inyong mga memories. Number 2, for OFWs arriving in Manila, swab testing on arrival will be carried out by the government, one-stop shop free of charge. For non-OFWs and eligible non-Filipinos arriving in Manila, swab testing will be carried out by the Philippine Airlines one-stop shop for a fee of 4,000 pesos. Discounts for senior citizens and persons with disabilities apply. Okay? Number 3, passengers will proceed to the respective quarantine facilities or hotels. Number 4, when passengers swabbed under PAL one-stop shop receive a negative test, they shall receive an email providing them the option to either avail of a second swab test by PAL testing partner Detoxicare Molecular and Diagnostic Laboratory on the 5th day of quarantine or to continue their quarantine stay up to the 14th day. Okay, so passengers who choose to avail of the second swab test by Detoxicare will register on the email. They may prepay online or on-site. The prepayment link is included in the email. Please note that OFW passengers swabbed under the government OSS will be guided accordingly by the Philippine Coast Guard. Okay? Number 5, once the second swab test is administered on the 5th day of quarantine, passengers must continue their hotel facility stay and await results. Number 6, a passenger who tests negative on the second swab test must register via the DOH BOQ certificate page to receive his or her quarantine and medical certificate. Passenger will present the 2 negative test results and the certificate for clearance and check-out from the hotel. Completion of the 14-day quarantine at home under the monitoring of one's local government unit is highly encouraged. Number 7, a passenger who tests positive on the second swab test will be provided proper guidance by the BOQ on the succeeding steps. Okay, next, for passengers already in quarantine, Philippine Airlines passengers swabbed under the PAL one-stop shop and who are already in quarantine for a minimum of 5 days will receive an email providing them the option to either avail of a second swab test by PAL testing partner Detoxicare Molecular and Diagnostics Laboratory or to continue their quarantine stay up to the 14th day. Effective January 23 and onwards, RT-PCR testing for passengers on their 5th day of quarantine in stringent quarantine hotels will be rolled out. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that clears everything, ha? Okay, so isa-summarize lang po natin, mga kaibigan, yung narinig natin na sinabi ng Philippine Airlines sa kanilang announcement para po mas maintindihan natin. So, pagdating po ninyo ng Ninoy Aquino International Airport, ay isa-swab po kayo. Then right after that, maghihintay po kayo ng 5 days sa inyong quarantine facility. Pagdating po ng 5th day, may marireceive po kayong email na tatanungin po kayo kung papaano ba ninyo gustong ituloy ang inyong 14-day quarantine. Kung gusto ba ninyong dumiretso na sa second swab test or kung gusto ninyong ipagpatuloy ang 14-day quarantine. Kung ang pinili po ninyo ay gusto ninyong ma-swab test sa pangalawang pagkakataon sa ika-5 araw, babayaran po ninyo yon. Meron pong link kasama doon sa email. So pag pumayag na po kayo, isa-swab na po kayo pero maghihintay pa rin kayo ng resulta sa quarantine facility. Kung magiging negatibo ang inyong resulta ng inyong swab test sa pangalawang pagkakataon, ay ihahatid na po kayo sa inyong mga LGUs. Kung saan ang sinasabi nila, sa bahay na lamang daw po ninyo di umano, bubunuin or tatapusin ang 14 days mandatory quarantine. So dapat klaro po sa inyo yon. So sa mga kaibigan natin na walang pera na pambayad sa second swab test, you still have an option na ipagpatuloy ang 14 days. Or kung gusto naman ninyo makauwi agad at meron naman kayong na itatabing pera para sa pangalawang swab test, babayaran po ninyo ang swab test. Okay, so since wala naman pong nakalagay dito kung magkano yung presyo ng second swab test, let's assume na 4,000 pesos po ang presyo ng swab test. Okay, wala po nakalagay ng presyo dito ng second swab test pero may nakalagay po dito na 4,000 pesos na presyo ng swab test para sa mga non-OFWs at saka mga non-Filipinos. So let's assume na ganun ang babayaran ninyo. Nandun sa price range na yon. Okay, sana po klaro sa inyo yan, mga kaibigan, kaya pag-isipan po ninyo kung uuwi po ba kayo ng Pilipinas or ikakansela muna ninyo ang inyong mga bakasyon or ang inyong pag-uwi. So hanggang dito na lamang. Sana nakatulong po ang video na ito. Kung may iba pa po kayong katanungan, huwag po kayong mahihiyang magtanong sa comments box section. Pwede din po kayong magtanong sa ating Facebook page, OFW Bulletin. Mas mabilis po nating masasagot ang inyong mga tanong doon. At huwag din po ninyong kalimutang i-like at i-share ang video na ito at mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. I-hit na din ninyo ang bell notification para ma-notify po kayo sa mga videos kagaya nito na lagi po nating ina-upload. I will see you guys in my next video. Spread love and not hate, everyone. Love one another and stay safe. Bye!